Welcome back, friends. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy egg salad sandwich. The first thing I do is I have boiling hot water and then I place my eggs into the water. I find that it is the best way to get perfectly cooked eggs. I set a timer for about 12 minutes, and as soon as that timer goes off, I put that into the sink with really cold water and ice to stop the cooking. I know a lot of people like to start their eggs in the water when they first put it on their stove. I don't like doing that simply because it's not exact. If I put an egg in rolling boiling water, I know exactly 12 minutes it will give me the perfect egg, and it won't be overcooked where the egg yolk has the green and gray around it, and it won't be undercooked where it's the incorrect texture. This recipe is a little bit more forgiving than, say, if you were to make deviled eggs. This one, if you accidentally overcook them a little bit and you do get that greenish gray around it, or you undercook it and the yolk isn't fully cooked, it's gonna be smashed almost completely into a salad. So I don't think you're gonna have to worry about what the egg looks like. On this day, I emptied the pot where normally I would leave the water in there to kind of help peel the shell away. And simply put, my fingers were cold. Water's really cold, so I just spritzed it with the water. So I'm about to show you a trick or a hack that we use in the kitchen all the time. And it starts off with a cooling rack, one that has the squares in it. And basically what you're going to do is you're pushing your eggs through that rack, and then you don't have to sit there and chop up eggs. I use this for egg salad, or when I am making guacamole and I have to make a lot of it. Instead of sitting there and chopping up guacamole, you can just press it right through the cooling rack and it comes out perfect every time, and you don't have to waste your time with a knife. It took me less than a minute to do these 5 eggs. Since I'm making such a small batch of egg salad, I just took out 1 stalk of celery, and I'm going to cut a little bit of onion off this half onion that I have in the Ziploc bag off to the side. If you don't feel like doing a bunch of knife work and you want to keep this recipe simple, you can easily exchange the fresh onion and the celery for onion powder and celery flakes. And you would just have to make this like the night before, so that way the celery and the onion powder can get rehydrated. But if you are using fresh onion and celery, the key to this egg salad is to make sure everything is in a very small dice, also known as a brunoise. And you're doing this because you don't want to be eating your salad sandwich and all of a sudden you get this big hunk of onion or celery and you're like, oh, that's not enjoyable. That's not the texture I was going for. So you do want to take your time and make sure that all of your dicing is really small. And for the ratio, I'm going for about 5 medium eggs, 20 grams of celery, and 20 grams of onion. You'll know once you mix everything up how you want it to taste like. If you want more celery, more onion, or if you just want to omit the onion completely because you just don't like raw onion, I get that. I prefer onion, so I'm including it in this recipe. And you can see in the background on the scale how much in grams that I'm putting in of each ingredient. And for the mustard and the mayo, it's a little bit harder to see. And also, I would just suggest playing around with your ratio. Like, I personally like mustard, and I'm putting in 2 types of mustard. I have a horseradish and a Dijon, and I like it to be about 50-50 with the mayo. I like my egg salad to be a little bit more on the tangy side. Recently, I have been making a ton of egg salads. Like once a week, I'll make a little batch. That way I have it for a few days. This past Friday for movie night,
we made a bunch of salads for dinner. So I made an egg salad and a Southern style potato salad. And then Alec got a rotisserie chicken and made a chicken salad. And we just toasted up some sourdough that I had made, and we went to town on the different types of salads that evening while we watched our movie. While we were enjoying the salads, though, I did feel like there was one that was missing, and that was a carrot raisin salad. Normally, I buy that from Publix. I don't think I've ever made it or have seen a recipe for it, so I think I'm going to try playing around with it. I did miss the opportunity to make it because I do have raisins and I do have carrots, and I believe the other ingredients are like mayo and maybe pineapple, which I believe I have all the ingredients for, but I just didn't think about it at the time. So next time that we have a salads night, I will definitely try to find a recipe or make a recipe for the carrot salad that I craved. The last component for these sandwiches is a little bit of sliced tomato and some Boston Bib. And of course, I sneak a little tiny piece of tomato with some salt on it. I hope that you give this recipe a try. It is perfect for meal planning. You can make a batch of some egg salad, and then every day for lunch, you can like pack a little tiny Tupperware of egg salad and some bread, and you can make it at wherever you're eating, or you can just make the sandwich before you leave the house. And it's pretty good. It has protein, it's flavorful, and it'll keep you satiated. Comment down below if you end up making this recipe, or if this recipe has inspired you to make an egg salad or any of the other salads that I talked about today. As always, thank you, friends, for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.